The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
With the goal on the shorthander.
A Q Media Group production.
Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. I mean, he can't miss.
Local high school sports.
Oh, it's knocked out. Oh boy, 1-0.
Also available for free on the Nice 95.5 mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
And he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now to bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Chisago Lakes High School for tonight's Section 7 3A boys basketball playoff game between the Hermantown Hawks and your Chisago Lakes Wildcats. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in here tonight. Welcome here on 95.5 FM, KBEK. Game Day Gilman going to bring you all the action from this Section 7 3A quarterfinal matchup between the Wildcats of Chisago Lakes and the Hermantown Hawks. This should be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Here's the Pitch pregame show on 95.5 FM. We are grateful to be here. Coach Terhar had a nice word with me before the game. Appreciate him coming over and talking to me. It was great to speak with him for a little bit, and I'm sure we'll be able to talk to him more and more as the years go along. It's all about developing those relationships, and this one, this one, I think this relationship is going to blossom very quickly. Coach Terhar, appreciate you coming over. We got one of our own in the referee's uniform tonight. Yeah, that's right. Chris Gable is going to be a part of the ref crew here this evening, part of the three. Appreciate him for doing double duty. He's out there tonight. He'll be with us this Friday and on Saturday calling games for us. So Chris Gable, one of our own out here this evening. But before we get too far into this game and talking about how these two teams have done this year and what they bring to the table here tonight, let's go ahead and hear a word from our fine sponsors. Then we'll be back with more on the Here's the Pitch pregame show on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK.
Traditions are passed down, and we learn what is important. The value of $1, the importance of family, the ability to do a job yourself. Central Boiler designed the Classic Edge with these same values in mind. The Classic Edge Outdoor Wood Furnace from Central Boiler. A perfect combination of value and performance.
Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Looking for bingo with a bang? Saturday, March 28th, 2 p.m. Gun Bingo at Dock Sports Bar and Grill in Sturgeon Lake. You get a chance to win firearms instead of cash. Yep, shotguns, rifles, pistols. Bingo! It's all for a great cause, supporting the East Central Spurs, a local chapter of Pheasants Forever. Great food, great fun, and prizes with a bang. Make a day of it. Visit DocSportsBarSturgeon.com to pre-register. Gun Bingo! Saturday, March 28th, Docks in Sturgeon Lake.
At First National Bank of Malacca, with offices in Malacca, Isle, Gilman, and Zimmerman, they pride themselves on providing small-town, personalized customer service with updated technology solutions that allow you to bank with them anytime, anywhere, whether you value calling or stopping in to talk to a real live banker, or value the convenience of online or mobile banking. They've got you covered. If you're looking for a bank that cares about you or your community, come to First National Bank at one of their 4 branch offices. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK, we are here in the Here's the Pitch pregame show, brought to you by Here's the Pitch in North Branch. They are the area's premier indoor training facility. They've got fast pitch, slow pitch, and baseball batting cages. You can tune up your swing at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. as we get ready for tonight's game here, this Section 7 3A quarterfinal boys basketball game between the Hermantown Hawks and your Chisago Lakes Wildcats. It is time to take a look at these two teams and how they have done up to this point of the season. The standings, the way they finished out, Chisago Lakes got the number 4 seed at 11-15 overall, 5-3 in section. Hermantown finished up at 8-18 and 4-7 in section play. Now, when these two teams met during the regular season not too long ago, well, I suppose now it is over about a month ago, but when these two teams met, Chisago Lakes, man, they take care of business. They had a big win the last time these two teams met, and they won over Hermantown 98-75, a 23-point victory last time for the Wildcats. That was here at Chisago Lakes High School. Well, they're looking to do much the same and punch their ticket to the semifinals. They would play the winner of Grand Rapids and North Branch. Taking a look at these two teams, diving a little bit deeper. Hermantown again, 4-7 in section play, 8-18 overall. They're scoring about 68 points per game, but giving up the section highest 82 points per game. And in fact, we can round up because it's 82.7 to 83 points per game. That is the most. The closest to them is North Branch, who gives up 81 points per game. So they give up a lot per game, and they score about 68 per game. So not a great recipe for success. For them, it started with 3 straight losses where they gave up over 85 points in each of those games to Princeton, Hibbing, and Caledonia. Then they beat Proctor, lost to Bemidji, then won 2 in a row over Bloomington, Jefferson, and St. Paul Harding. At the UMD Christmas tournament, they fell to Cambridge Isani and Esco. Out of that, they lost 5 in a row to Casson Manterville, Duluth East, Cloquet, Grand Rapids, and Duluth Denfeld, before winning 2 in a row over Duluth Marshall and Cloquet, falling to Moundsview, beating Rock Ridge in a 107-77 victory. Then they fell to Grand Rapids, Chisago Lakes, Bemidji, and Duluth Denfeld, before beating Rock Ridge once again, then fell to Superior, beat North Branch only by 4, and then fell to Duluth East in their final game of the regular season. So if we look at their losses here, a lot of times I can kind of tell you a lot about the team. And in this case, it kind of does and it kind of doesn't. They have been able to score over 70 points in their losses, but only in a few of them. For the most part, when they are struggling to win, they struggle to score around 60 points. Now, again, as I mentioned, they do have a few games in which they have scored over that 65, 70-point mark in losses, but for a good chunk of these 18 losses, a lot of the times they have not been able to score that 60-point mark. Will that become a factor in today's game? I do believe so, because this Chisago Lakes team, while it won't show you on the points per game average, they very much are capable of scoring a lot more. Taking a look at the section for Chisago Lakes, it was an 11-5 or 15 finish, 5-3 in section play. Now they're scoring 67 points per game while giving up 73 points per game. Let me tell you, this Wildcat team certainly can average about 75 points per game. That's just how good this team is. That's how good this team can be. Although they haven't found the consistency they would like to have this season, trust me, this team is beyond talented, and I think the record really doesn't show how talented. It started with 2 losses to Hibbing and Delano before beating Cloquet for Chisago Lakes. They fell to Becker, Zimmerman, and Big Lake before beating North Branch. Then they fell to Monticello. In the Christmas tournament up at UMD, they fell to Duluth East and Duluth Denfeld. Denfeld only by 5, by the way. They came out and won 4 in a row and 5 of their next 6 games. They beat Hill Murray, Princeton, Zimmerman, and St. Francis in double overtime. They fell to Cambridge Isani in overtime, then beat Rock Ridge. You look at those games, and man, each one of those wins was close other than Rock Ridge. Beating Hill Murray by 14, Princeton by 3, Zimmerman by 2, St. Francis by 2, losing to Cambridge Isani by 5, Rock Ridge, that was a 23-point victory, so not really close in that one. But though that stretch right there was really good, and I thought during that stretch, man, we were finally getting to see Chisago Lakes the way they want to be this year. They're finally putting together some consistency, but that is, I don't want to say it fell apart, but that's when they started to get into some really good competition, and the consistency wasn't quite there as well as it had been. They fell to Monticello and Big Lake. Now, they only fell to Big Lake by 2. Then they beat North Branch only by 5, fell to Princeton by 20, which is interesting because, again, they beat them by 3 the last time. Then after that, they did beat Hermantown, as I mentioned, 98-75. They lost to Grand Rapids by a healthy amount. They beat St. Francis again, this time really handedly. They didn't need overtime. They beat them by 24. Then lost to Becker again by a healthy amount. Then they beat Cambridge Isani by 3 on the road before falling in their regular season finale to South St. Paul by 19. And that is how they get to this point of the season. Now, looking at these two teams, as we dive a little bit deeper, this Hermantown team has gotten over 4 blocks per game, over nearly 7 steals per game, and they're averaging about 15 and a half assists per game. Now, why does that matter? Well, it doesn't too much, but they're averaging, this one's pretty big, 31 rebounds per game. That is a pretty big statistic if you're looking at it. 35 rebounds per game. That is pretty, or 31 rebounds per game is pretty darn good. And as we go and look over at Chisago Lakes, we look at them, they're averaging 35 rebounds per game. That is stellar. They're also averaging about 15 assists per game. They're only getting, though, 8 steals per game, but that is still 2 more than Hermantown. Now I say only 8 as if that isn't impressive, and they're averaging about 4 blocks per game. So when you look at these two squads, there is some good height on both of these squads. There is a lot of talent on both of these squads as well, and I'm just really excited to be out here. But taking a look at Chisago Lakes here this evening, I think for them to get the victory here tonight, what I want to see is just them play their ball, and that is a lot of offense. Not that their defense can't get it done, because it absolutely can, and I think their defense can be very, very critical in a game. But I think where the game is going to lie for Chisago Lakes is definitely on the offensive side of the ball. You think of guys like Cohenhoven and Cohen Underhill. Those are your main guys. Those are your top scorers this year for the Wildcats. But they are not the only guys who can get it done. And I look to the big guys here this evening, the big guys like Logan Sensky coming off the bench as a 6'5 junior, Alex Johnson, a 6'4 senior, William Pearson, a 6'7 junior. Those guys coming off the bench, to me, are going to be also key in this game because of the fact they bring that height, but they also bring a little bit of beef to this team. While this team has got a lot of athleticism, they also show some beef at times, and I think those guys come in and provide a little bit of a change of pace to the game, and sometimes it's not even a change of pace. Sometimes it's just to be out there as the physical guys, and that proves to be enough a lot of times. And I think they're still learning how to be a more physical team this year. I think they've been a very athletic team for a long time. So I think they're still learning how to use those guys. Obviously, a new head coach this year in Tom Terhar. Again, I had a great conversation with him before the game. But I think they're still learning everything. And obviously, you got a new coach who comes in. It's tough to get everything down in one season. But they have done a really good job. It's almost been seamless from last year to this year in their transition from their old coach to Terhar. And that's not to say either one of these guys are better than the other. We respect both of them, but the fact that Chisago Lakes has been able to kind of do it kind of seamlessly has been so impressive. I mean, how many times do we see a change in coaches, and all of a sudden a team is having a really down year? They just can't seem to figure it out, or the new program that they're running is just taking a little bit of time to get familiar with. That is not the case for this Chisago Lakes team. They knew their identity. They knew what they had coming into this year. And I think for some, a little bit surprising that they have been playing as well as they have. Now, I say that because I think a lot of people were looking at this year as maybe a possible down year, seeing as how they graduated a bunch of guys last year, but that has just simply not been the case. They have been as competitive as ever between these two seasons, and I'm really excited to see what both of these teams are able to do here this evening. Taking a look at the leading scorers here for both of these teams, taking a look at the Hermantown Hawks. Leading the way is Sawyer Sensed. He'll be one of their starters this evening for the Hawks. He scores nearly 16 points per game. He got two others in double digits. That's Noah Schultz and Ben Sunderland. They both score 13 points per game. They have some really, again, good, talented rebounders. Rebounds per game, though, it is led by Sense with 8. Then you've got 3 at or around that 4-5 mark in Schultz, Sunderland, and Petkoff, who average about that 4.5. Taking a look at their assist leaders. Now, this varies because, again, you just don't know. But that is, again, Sunderland and Lundin along with Schultz. And then steals-wise, Sunderland leads the team with 52 on the year. Blocks, though, that goes to Sense with 26 for Schultz. He wears number 22. And then Corbin Petkoff has 23 steals to lead the Hawks. On the other side, for your Chisago Lakes Wildcats, they too have 3 guys in double digits averaging, but it's Cohenhoven who leads the team with 17 points per game. Underhill, 15 points per game, and Colton Betts with 11, nearly 12 points per game. Field goal percentage-wise, that's tough to tell because, again, you got to go with who starts. But looking at out of the guys who start, Alex Johnson has the highest field goal percentage at 53%. Then you go to Cohenhoven at 48, 46 for Beaver, 45 for Colton Betts, and then 44 for Sensky, 41 for Underhill. So shooting pretty darn well. Free throw, that always is a little bit of an interesting one because it is high school and sometimes that can be really off. But 78% for Will Pearson, 67 for Betts, 66 for Underhill, and 65 for Joe Cohenhoven. Shooting from 3, though, pretty darn good for the top guys. You've got Betts, Cohenhoven, both over 35%. Colton Beaver at 33%. Rebounders, your leading rebounders for this team, well, they've got a lot of guys. In fact, what is that? 6 guys with 4 or more averaging per game. Cohenhoven at 6. Underhill at 5.5. 5 for Beaver. Lead home with 4, over 4.5. 4 for both Johnson and Betts. And then you come down to their steals per game. Cohenhoven has the most at 53, 41 for Beaver, and 33 for Underhill. Then blocks, that is going to Cohenhoven with 32 and 30 for Underhill. No surprise to see them two at the top of that stat line. So we are getting ready for tip-off here in this one between the Hawks of Hermantown and your Chisago Lakes Wildcats. Went through a little bit of what I believe the key is here this evening, but again, I'm just going to reiterate that for Chisago Lakes, we know their offense can move and move quickly, and I think they need to dive into that as deep as they can here this evening. Kind of push the pace, set it the way you want it to go, and never look back. And then defensively, just play free and easy. Don't think about it too much. Don't try and do too much. Don't get out of position, and you'll be just fine. Remember, this Hermantown team allows over 80 points per game. So that will be one thing to keep an eye on, and I think that might be the key here tonight. Can Chisago Lakes get to that 75-point mark, and can they hold Hermantown under that 70-point mark? I think that will be the threshold here this evening. I would say 60, but I think it's playoffs, and I think we might be in for a little bit of a higher scoring game between these two teams. Maybe not like it was the first time around, but I think 75, 80 points for Chisago Lakes, 70 to 65, 70 for Hermantown, I think, is what we can look forward to. But that's going to do it for the Here's the Pitch pregame show. We're going to go and hear word from our fine sponsors. When we return, we'll have tip-off here on Nice 95.5 KBEK.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Get your quote today at pineagency.us. Pineagency.us.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch Christie and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility and more. Are iCar and ASC certified and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. And Mora, Hones, they'll fix you up right.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Are you looking for the perfect way to promote your business? Custom apparel's the answer, and tdealers.com makes it easy. Let's build your brand together. From the design stage to production, we are on your team to create gear that gets noticed. Whether you're building a brand or repping your business, we got your back. High quality merch, fast turnaround, and no stress. So go to tdealers.com and check out our winter sweatshirt special.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
Back here on 95.5 FM, KBEK. It is time to take a look at your starters here for this evening's game, starting with the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. For the Hermantown Hawks. It will be for the Hawks, number 0, Ben Sunderland. Number 1, Sawyer Senst. Number 3, Bryce Lundeen. Number 10, Corbin Petkoff. And number 22, Noah Schulz. They are head coached by Andy Fensky. On the other side for your Chisago Lakes Wildcats, it will be number 0, Joe Cohenhoven. Number 11, Colton Beaver. Number 22, Colton Betts. Number 24, Cohen Underhill. And number 32, Alex Johnson. Those are your starters here for both of these teams tonight. The Wildcats, of course, head coached by Tom Terhar. So the starters getting announced, and this potentially the final home game of the careers for these seniors. Obviously, if they win, they'll be more than likely on the road to Grand Rapids. But if North Branch is somehow able tonight to pull off an upset over the Thunderhawks, Chisago Lakes would get to host that game. And that next game will be on Friday. Friday at either Grand Rapids. Again, if North Branch pulls off an upset, then it would be here for the semifinal game at 6. Well, here we go. Crowd is continuing to pile in here this evening. Hermantown, good chunk of fans who have made the trip. Underhill will line up at center court along with Corbin Petkoff of Hermantown. Now, they don't put these stats up, but I would like to see how many tip-offs Underhill has won. Meanwhile, here is the tip. It is won by the Hawks. They're going to go for a 3 early on, but it's going to miss, and it will be rebounded there by Colton Beaver. Beaver bringing it forward, and he stops just past the timeline. He drifts now to the center, now to the near side, give to Underhill. Underhill going to take it to the basket quickly, and that one's going to miss just off the mark on the floater, and Lundeen will grab the rebound here for Hermantown. Lundeen brings it forward now past the timeline. eyeing down Beaver. Now he gets by, and he looks for three, then gives off on this near side to Petkoff. Petkoff for three. That's going to be off the mark, and rebounded there by Alex Johnson. A deep pass from Beaver to Cohenhoven in the far side corner for three! And Cohenhoven gets the Wildcats on the board first with a three in the corner, and they're up. Now it's Sunderland. He has it. He drifts to the far side. He's going to try and drive, trying to take it all the way, but he's stuck there. Get back outside to Sense. Sense will now try and drive himself. He gets in the paint, turn around. There's nothing there, so he gives outside now, and I can't quite see. Now it's Sunderland. Sunderland, he'll give back now to Petkoff. Petkoff, they'll move this ball on this near side to Schultz. Schultz giving underneath there to Sense, and it's going to be stolen away by Cohenhoven, and Cohenhoven takes it all the way for two. Poked out, and then Cohenhoven got the steal, and he took it the distance. Here's Sunderland with it now for the Hawks. It's 5-0 Wildcats. Sunderland will look. He'll go to Sense. Sense wanted the handoff and said he's going to try and drive. A nice spin move inside, but they're going to get a foul here on Chisago Lakes first. This one's going to go against Alex Johnson, his first and the team's first. And now the Hawks will inbound on the baseline. Sense will look. He's looking to the far side and just does get it underhanded to Petkoff, and Petkoff will lay it in for two. That makes it 5-2 now. Inbound will go here to Betts, and Betts will hand over to Beaver. Beaver on the far side trying to start and stop against the defender. Up past the timeline looking for a screen from Underhill. Good screen, but the defender was there from the other side. And now Alex Johnson for three. That's just off the mark, rebounded by Schultz. And now Hermantown going to go fast. That one's blocked from behind. Rebounded there. And Joe Cohenhoven, as he brings it forward, he was going quick and maybe a little too quick as he lost that ball on his drive to the basket. It was Underhill with the block, if I do remember seeing correctly. So Cohenhoven will turn it over. Unfortunate there. Meanwhile, give on this near side to Schultz now for Hermantown. Schultz hold on to it and give back there to Lundeen. Lundeen to Sense. Sense going to try and drive inside. Tries to go through some contact. That's going to be no good. Beaver had it, and it was stolen right back by Sunderland, and he puts it in for two. So Sunderland steals it after Beaver got the rebound, and he puts it up for two. It's 5-4. Just a little bit too lackadaisical on keeping that ball safe. Meanwhile, that ball knocked out of Cohenhoven's hands, out of bounds, and he's not too pleased there. So looks to coach Tahars, gives him the thumbs up, and I'm not sure if that's a play call or not. So, but either way, now they're back. They've got it inbounded to Underhill. Now to Betts, over to Cohenhoven. Nice move. Shift back and forth. They're going to drive to the basket. Cohenhoven goes up for the shot. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot two. They're going to get this one on Sawyer Sensed, his first and the team's first. And again, Cohenhoven at the line to shoot two. First one is up and good. So Cohenhoven good on the first to make it 6-4. And Cohenhoven on this one is good as well. So Cohenhoven 2 for 2. That trip to the free throw line makes it 7-4 as they lead with 15 minutes still left in the first half. Meanwhile, here's Sunderland. He gives on this near side to Petkoff. Petkoff, he'll go in the corner now to Lundeen. Lundeen, as he started to drive to the basket, he traveled with it. So this will be a turnover, and Chisago Lakes will get the ball back. Golden Beaver will inbound right here on this near sideline. Right in front of my table here that they've got out for me. Appreciate them putting the table out for me. And he inbounds to Cohenhoven, who drifts to the far side. And now trying to take it back towards the middle of the court. Looking to drive, give underneath here to Underhill. And Underhill, what a grab, and then good body control to get that one up and drop it in for two. Here's Sunderland with it. Sunderland, he'll drive, gets a screen on the far side, going to try and drive all the way. Beaver got a hand on that one. Betts gets the block there, and he gets the rebound. Got a hand on that one. He'll give up to Cohenhoven, and Cohenhoven is bumped off his mark. So he'll go back to the line and shoot two. This foul going to go against Lundeen. It'll be his first, team second. And again, Cohenhoven to shoot 2. First one's good. 3.5 minutes have gone off that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Wildcats now lead 10-4. Let's see, we got 21 into the game now for Hermantown, and 21 is Shea Eckel. Meanwhile, Cohenhoven, the second one is good. So 4 of 4 at the free throw line so far. That's 11-4 after those 2. Meanwhile, here's the give on the far side to Schulz. Schulz, he pulls it down, gives to Senst. He'll fake the pass outside, drive inside. Then we're going to get him. He lost the ball, but he traveled before he lost it. And I think that's why he kind of lost it, because he realized he traveled, so he wound up losing it. And I think that forced the travel there forced him to lose the ball was the travel. Meanwhile, inbound to Betts. He'll give right to Beaver. Beaver up on the far side of the court, staring down the defender, trying to find a way to go. He goes into the far side, now give off to Betts. Betts will look underneath to Underhill. Underhill with the turnaround floater. It's good. That makes it 13-4 after the good-looking shot there from Underhill. Give on the near side quickly to Lundeen. He'll put off a 3. That's going to be no good. Underhill with the rebound. Underhill quickly taking it up the court himself. Is he going to give underneath? Yes, he will, to Alex Johnson. And Johnson just can't quite get it to fall. That's going to be missed and rebounded by Schulz. And we'll get a timeout here by Hermantown. And while they take one, we will as well. Back after word from our fine sponsors on KBEK.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. 13-4 is the lead for the Wildcats with 13:42 to go in half number 1. Again, like I said, they want to get out to this early lead, and as I said, I think you just kind of let her buck. Here come the Hawks. It's Lundeen. He brings it past the timeline now. He waits for the offense to get set. Now giving this near side to Eckel. Eckel will drift back and forth. Now going to try and take it down the center of the lane. He's going to, he's going to draw the foul on Cohenhoven, and he dropped it in for 2. So Petkoff, he had the drive, and they're going to get a foul here on Cohenhoven. His first, team second, and Petkoff is going to get a chance for the 3-point play. Cohenhoven thought he was set underneath. They did not yet agree, so Petkoff is going to make it a 3-point play. It's going to be 13-7, but before that, we're going to get a substitution here for the Hawks. Senst checks in, and now Cohenhoven will inbound to Beaver. Beaver will take it up on this near sideline. He got past the defender. He uses the wheels. He gets by one and then gives off to the far side defense, but now it's going to be stolen away by Lundeen. Lundeen takes it. He gives off to Senst. Senst's going to take it inside. That's a big boy, and not a lot of people want to get in his way, and understandably so. I bet you he played football for this Hawks team. It would not surprise me in the least if he did. He's got that farm-built body, man. He is strong. Meanwhile, here's the give from Johnson inside to Underhill. Underhill just off on the little floater there. It's going to be rebounded by Sundland. Sundland, he'll take it, give outside now to Petkoff for 3. Petkoff just off the mark, and Cohenhoven picks up his first rebound. Cohenhoven, he'll look to Har and then give it off to Betts. So Betts will now take it, pass up past the timeline to Johnson. Johnson to Underhill. Underhill fake the give, now to Betts. Betts on the elbow for 3. It's going to be off the mark. And Cohenhoven trying to get that one, but there's Senst with the rebound. Now he gives off to Eckel. Eckel will give to Senst. Senst, he'll look, and he'll hand it off to Sundland. Sundland will get a good screen, go for 3. That's going to be off the mark, and Cohenhoven with another rebound. Cohenhoven takes it up on the far sideline, right past Coach Terhar. He stops, he looks, And he'll drift to the top of the key, give off there to Beaver, now to Underhill. Underhill going to Johnson. Johnson, there's nothing underneath. He tries Beaver. Beaver's going to get it. Trying to go through some contact. They're going to say no foul there. It's going to be stolen away by Sensed. There was a lot of contact there, but it must have been all ball as the Hawks have it back. Here's a drive from Sunderland that is cut off by Betts, and now to Eckel. Eckel gets a screen for Lundeen. He gives on the far side. Here's a three that's going to be off the mark, and Cohenhoven gets it. They're going to try and go for the fast break. They go up the court to Betts, and Betts lays it in for two after a little push in the back there from the defender. Maybe not anything too egregious to force a foul, but there was still a little bit of a push there. Meanwhile, Betts now guarding Sunderland. He gives off to Eckel. Now under to Senst. Senst had it poked out from Johnson, but Senst gets it back. Senst will kick on this near side. He is left alone from three. That's going to be off the mark, though, for Hermantown. And Senst gets the rebound. He's fouled. He'll shoot two. Oh, boy, we have got a ton of action here in this one, and rightfully so. This foul, I believe, they got Alex Johnson, his second, team's third. We're going to get a few substitutions here, and I'll try and keep up the best I can. So Senst going to try, and the first one is no good. Meanwhile, 3 and 30 check into the game for Chisago Lakes. Obviously, 3 is Luke Leadholm, and 30 is William Pearson. Senst second one is good, so he makes one of two there, makes it 15-10. Cohenhoven will get the inbound. We got two new young men in there for Hermantown. It's, well, at least I thought, 5, and, well, maybe it's not a new young, maybe it's not someone new, it's just somebody that's already been in there. 5 for them is Simon Banazak. Meanwhile, Betts has it on the far side. He'll go underneath the Underhill, trying to drive, and it goes off the side of the backboard. Can't quite get his own rebound, and now it's going to be knocked out. They're going to say last touch by Chisago Lakes. And it looks like Cohenhoven maybe got a shoulder to the head, and he's asking for just a break. And he is granted that. So Beaver back into the game as Cohenhoven gets a breather. Meanwhile, on the far side now, give there to Scholes. And can't quite see. We've got Senst underneath. Senst will drop it in for two. A strong drive underneath the basket there for Senst. Here come the Wildcats. It's Beaver bringing it forward. Beaver looks at the defense and drives this near side, gives off to Betts. Betts will look, and he's trying to go underneath the Pearson. There's nothing there, so Underhill at the top of the key takes the three, banks it in, and Underhill with a three, 18-12. Meanwhile, here is Banazak. Banazak will kick to this near side here to Schultz. That one's going to be knocked out of bounds by Betts, and he'll force Hermantown to inbound. Meanwhile, checking back in is Sunderland. He checks in for Lundeen. Inbound here from Schultz. And he'll get it inbound to Petkoff, but going to be stolen away by Underhill. He takes it and slams it home. Underhill with the steal and the slam for two. 20-12. Big time steal and slam there. You talk about momentum. That could be a momentum shifter, as now this ball is going to be knocked out of bounds by Hermantown, and it will go back to the Wildcats. There's a bit of a question as to who it went out of bounds off of, but they're going to say it was Hermantown. Meanwhile, Leadholm was not expecting the pass back from Beaver, but he winds up bringing it in. Meanwhile, give it now off to Betts. Now to Beaver. Beaver on the elbow. Gets around one defender. Drives inside. Lost it. Sense got the poke. Then he gives back outside to Leadholm. Leadholm going to try and drive. Leadholm inside, trying to get it to Pearson, but it's stolen away by Sunderland. Now Sunderland has it stolen back by Underhill, and another slam! 22-12, and they have a 10-point lead. Kick on the far side now for Hermantown. Schultz, it gives to Senst. Senst looking, he'll hand off to Sunderland. Sunderland looks, he'll get through a screen. Will the defender now? The three is going to be off the mark, and Betts with the rebound. Betts trying to get around the defender, Sunderland. He does, he uses the speed. Now he's going to take it all the way, driving. That one's going to be just short. Pearson tries to get the rebound and put back for two, just missing. And then it's Sunderland with the rebound the other way. He's going to try and take it all the way. He puts up a shot, and it's not going to get the friendly bounce. Pearson's going to pick up that rebound, and he'll hand it to Betts. And going to get a tech call here on Chisago, or on Hermantown. And I do not know who they called it on. They called it on Sunderland, so he said something about the call that he was not a fan of, and he gets called for the tech. Meanwhile, Betts will shoot two for the tech, and that one's going to be no good. So Sunderland gets called for the tech there for Hermantown. Again, not sure what was said, but you're allowed a little bit, but you're not allowed to go over the line. And he must have went over the line with what he said. So 0 for 2 goes Betts at the free throw line, but Chisago Lakes will get the ball because of the tech there on Hermantown. Inbound will go to Leadholm from Cohenhoven as he checks back in. Leadholm will bring it up on the far sideline. Now give to Storley. Storley to Cohenhoven at the top of the key. Give to Underhill. Underhill underneath. Turnaround jumper is good. He knew there was no doubt about that one. 24-12. And here comes Hermantown. Yeah, that one's going to be stolen away by Cohenhoven. Cohenhoven, nice Euro step inside, and he drops it in for two. Oh, what a nifty move there by Cohenhoven as he got to the basket. Realized the defender was there, just patient with his drive. It took a nice one hop and then another hop around the defender. And again, was super patient with trying to drop that one into the bucket. And, man, great recognition there by Cohenhoven. And again, can't say enough about the patience he showed there. Meanwhile, Sensed will try and inbound with Pearson. He got his hand on that one once again. Pearson's got some long arms. Obviously, he stands at 6'7". Big boy. That one inbounded. Not in time, and that 5-second violation on the inbound for Hermantown is going to give the ball back to the Wildcats. So Leadholm will get set to inbound. I want to go to Cohenhoven. He's guarded pretty well. He'll find Jack Storley, and Storley will let the defender go by, and now he'll bring it forward. Storley will drift to the top of the key, pass it off to Underhill, now to Cohenhoven. Underhill directing traffic. Cohenhoven going to try and drive inside. That one a little bit off the mark. Pearson with the putback for two. 28-12 with under 8 minutes to go. We're going to get a timeout called here by Hermantown. And while they take one, we will as well. Back after word from our fine sponsors here on KBEK.
ECE Fiber Internet, the best choice for you. Affordable packages for home and business with reliable service and no hidden fees. ECE Fiber, connecting you to what matters most. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's ORDERECEFIBER.com.
In service to one, in service to all, for over 100 years, the Pine City Knights of Columbus has donated thousands of dollars and volunteered countless hours to many great programs in the Pine City community. Stay tuned for more information about their upcoming events. They need your support at these events to help raise funds for the continued support of these programs.
Back here on KBK, nice 95.5 FM, the Wildcats have quickly pulled all momentum in their favor and have absolutely dominated defensively here in the last 4 or so minutes. They have put on a showing here defensively. They got plenty of steals. They've got 4 steals, turned all of them into points. They also got 2 slams by Underhill off of those steals, so it has been impressive. They also got, Hermantown got a tech on themselves. It was Sunderland who picked up the tech. I'm not quite sure what was said. Don't necessarily need to know what was said, but he was not too pleased with a call. And again, you're allowed to say, be upset, but he must have crossed the line with what he said. So, meanwhile, out of the timeout, Hermantown will get the ball. Lundin is into the game. He's guarded by Leadholm, 3-on-3. Not basketball, but the numbers that are guarding and going against each other. Meanwhile, here's a 3 attempt on the far side. It's no good, and Cohenhoven gets the rebound. Cohenhoven going quick up the court to Underhill, and Underhill, a rare mistake there for Underhill as he lost it. Lundin gets the steal. He goes quickly up the court to Petkoff. Petkoff, he's going to drive, give to Senst. Senst for 3. That's going to be too strong, and rebounded by Pearson. Pearson, he'll hand it off now to Storley. Storley will bring it forward. Storley looks one way, goes the other. Now on this near side, hands off to Cohenhoven. Cohenhoven gets by one defender, puts up a 3. That's going to be off the mark. Pearson trying to get the rebound, but just a better box out that time by Petkoff. And Petkoff will bring it forward. He's going to try and take it all the way, and he finds an open lane to the basket for 2. And that ends their scoring drought. It was a 13-0 run there for Chisago Lakes. Meanwhile, on the far side, Storley has it. Storley trying to get around his defender. He'll drive, and then he stops. Kick on this near side to Leadholm. Leadholm will now try and drive. There was an open lane, and he can't quite get that one to fall on the layup, and Senst will get the rebound. He'll kick up the court now to Banaszak. Banaszak, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Now to Senst. Senst, he's going to try and drive. Pearson is there, as is Leadholm. Senst will put it up. That's going to be no good. Another Cohenhoven rebound. Cohenhoven will slow things down as he gets the call from Coach Jahar. Now give to Leadholm. Leadholm back to Storley. Storley looks, goes underneath. Underhill, and doesn't get the roll on that one. We're going to get a foul here on Hermantown. A little bit of a late whistle there. But Senst is going to pick up his second, team's 4th. And Underhill will go to line and shoot 2. Underhill, first one is good. Checking in now for the Wildcats is going to be Logan Senski, another one of those big guys. Senski, he stands 6'5". Got a lot of tall guys who are coming back next year, which is awesome. Underhill, and I'll make the second, but Underhill is there to help him out. So 1 of 2 there, and now they give to Storley on this near side. Storley going to drive, and he hands off to Betts. Betts on the far side, now drifts to the top of the key. He looks, gives to Cohenhoven. Cohenhoven got a great screen from Underhill, and then it's just off on the 3. And we're going to get a foul here on the Wildcats, which will give the ball back to Hermantown. That's going to go against Senski, his first, team's 4th. And now get a sub here as Beaver checks back into the game for the Wildcats. And here's Lundin bringing it forward. Lundin guarded by Storley. He'll give on the far side there to Eckel. Eckel going to try and drive. He backs it out to Sunderland. Sunderland now over here to Petkoff. Petkoff outside at the top of the key to Eckel. Right back to Sunderland. Sunderland fakes a 3. He drives to the basket. Shots up, no good. But he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2. 5th team foul here on Chisago Lakes. The second, I believe, on Senski. And at the line shooting 2 will be Ben Sunderland. This one is no good. While Pearson checks back in for Senski. And that one no good there by Sunderland, but he's going to get his own rebound, put up a floater. That's going to be no good. And then rebounded by Petkoff. Petkoff, they'll move this ball around now on the far side for Eckel. Eckel fakes the shot, going to drive, and did we get a foul or a travel? We're going to get a foul. It was pretty close to either one. I think as he lost the ball, got it back, came down with it, and they're going to say the foul is on the floor, so it will not be a shooting foul. This foul is going to call against Pearson, his first, team 6th. Inbound goes this near side, Petkoff. Petkoff trying to go out, but it's tipped and stolen away by Jack Storley. Jack Storley will bring it up quickly to the far side, now to Beaver. Beaver at the top of the key. He'll lob it in underneath to Pearson. Pearson goes up for that one. Tries to put this one off the glass, but it's going to be no good. Lundin is going to make the rebound there for Hermantown. Under 5 minutes to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Wildcats lead 29-14. Here's the drive inside by Petkoff. Petkoff, that one's going to get the roll that he needed to make it 29-16. Storley gets the pass from Cohenhoven. Cohenhoven, he gets it back from him. And now going home and give to Beaver. Beaver to Betts. Betts trying to go underneath the Pearson, but it goes through his hands. It'll be stolen right back by Petkoff. Here comes Petkoff. He's going to stop, give to Eckel. Eckel wanted the three. Oh, maybe a little bit of a missed foul there. That's going to be no good, though, and Cohenhoven will get the rebound. Storley got tied up. It looked like the offensive player kind of extended his arm to try and stop him, but the no foul was called. Meanwhile, Cohenhoven gets it. He drives the lane, puts it up and in for two. 31-16. Here's Eckel with it. He gives to Petkoff. Petkoff directing traffic. He wants a screen. Does not get the screen as well as he would have liked. Eckel now top of the key to Schulz. Schulz for three. That's his first three to make it 31-19. Here comes Storley. Storley just to the far side, hand to Betts. Betts going to find a lane. Now it closes. Try and go underneath the defender, trying to put it up for, oh, they're going to get him for a travel. And does not quite agree with that one. It was, again, it was close. But he must have taken one too many steps. Already shuffled, hit that plant foot. So it will be Hermantown ball once again, and here comes Lundin to bring it forward. Lundin will look and give on the far side there to Eckel. Eckel looking, he'll give now again here to Schulz. Schulz sidesteps, he's missing. Oh, that three is missed. Johnson will get the rebound for Chisago Lakes. Here comes Underhill quickly up the court, puts up the shot. It is no good, but he's fouled and he'll shoot two. That foul going to go against Shea Eckel, his first, team's fifth. And again, Underhill is at the line to shoot two. This one's up. Oh, and no good. And that one going to be no good as well. It's Cohenhoven who got it back on the rebound. Turnaround jumper, that's going to be no good. Rebounded by Johnson. And he'll go to the line and shoot two. So Underhill misses both. Cohenhoven gets the rebound. He misses on the jumper. And then Alex Johnson gets the rebound, and he's fouled. And that foul going to go against Sunderland. His second, team sixth. And now Johnson will shoot two. That one's good. 32-19. And Johnson good on both. And now we get a timeout called here by Chisago Lakes. And while they take one, we will as well. Back in 30 seconds here on KBEK.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle and Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit CFMotoUSA.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Back here on KBEK, 32-19 is our score with 3:07 to go in the first half on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics has three locations: Pine City, Cambridge, and right here in Lindstrom. So it'll be Hermantown ball out of the timeout. And Hermantown bringing it forward. It is Lundin. He'll drift to the far side and then give off to Sunderland. Sunderland now top of the key to Petkoff. And Underhill almost got the steal there. Now to Eckel. Eckel over Alex Johnson. That's going to go off the rim and over. And it will go out of bounds. But we got young man who's slow to get up, Eckel. He went down on the, I guess on the three, and he's slow to get up. So he's up under his own power, though, which is good news. Never want to see anybody get hurt. But it's 33-19. I forgot to add the extra point from Alexander Johnson. scoring both of his free throws, so I apologize. Meanwhile, here's Cohenhoven. He brings it forward. He'll fake the shot, then take the shot over the defender. It started to fall out, but then it realized, you know what, I'm the home rim. I need to be friendly, and it rolled back in. Meanwhile, quickly up the court is Petkoff. Petkoff, he lost it at the top of the game. Oh, and he's going to get the travel. Yep. Petkoff, he lost it, and as he picked it up, took a couple of steps, and you can't do that with the basketball. You have to dribble. And that's going to be a travel, so Chisago Lakes gets the ball right back. Inbound to Cohenhoven. Cohenhoven from the far side. He gives it off to Underhill, now to Betts. Betts will try and take it to the basket. He drives, shot is up, and just off the mark. It's Banaszak. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He gives up to Sunderland. Sunderland spin move inside. Give there to Scholes, and Scholes will drop it in for two. That's just a well-designed play and really well executed there by Chisago Lakes. Inbound here, Betts, he somehow got it, and it did not go out of bounds. And it's going to be a foul here on Hermantown. Be a 1-and-1 now for Betts. And Lundin arguing that, it wasn't a foul, it went out of bounds. But if he wants to argue that it went out of bounds, it's still going to be Chisago Lakes' ball. It went out of bounds off of him, so it would have been Wildcat ball anyway. So Betts will go to line and shoot two. I think they got Lundin on that one. Pretty sure, yeah. It's his second, team seventh. So a 1-and-1 now for Colton Betts. And that one going to be no good. Rebounded there by Senst, who checks back into the game. On the far side, Banaszak gives to this near side to Lundin. Now to Scholes. Schultz. Give there to Banaszak. Top key to Sunderland. Screen from Senst. He drives. Got pushed off his mark and going to get a foul here. Ooh. Going to get a foul call here on Pearson. Not many people agree with that one. That's a tough one, and Coach Shahar, arguing his point that, hey, my guy was set. He was the one moving, and I think he's got a point there. But the free throw up by Sunderland is good to make it 35-22. And that we're going to drop in as well. So 35-23. Meanwhile, the steal off the inbound, but they go up for the shot. It is going to be no good, and rebounded there by Cohenhoven. The steal there, I believe, was by Lundin. And Cohenhoven got the rebound. They quickly go up the court, and then Underhill couldn't reel it in enough, and that's going to go through his hands and go out of bounds. So the ball goes back to Hermantown once again, 35-23, 1:20 to go in the half. Sunderland gives outside to Senst. Senst lost it, and it's going to be Underhill who gets the steal. Underhill gives to Beaver, to Cohenhoven underneath the basket. It's Pearson who is fouled, and he'll go to line and shoot two. Yeah, he was going for the dunk, and the only reason he couldn't get the dunk is because he was fouled. Now we're going to go against Noah Schultz. His first, team's eighth. Pearson good on the first. And that one's going to be no good. Cohenhoven tries to get it, but he knocks it out of bounds. So we'll go back to Hermantown. 36-23, 1:08 to go before half. Be sure to tune in at the half for our Holmes Auto Body and Glass halftime show. Meanwhile, here's Hermantown with it. Hermantown has Sunderland. They go underneath to Banaszak. Banaszak gets it somehow to Lundin. He goes for three. That's going to be no good. And Pearson gets the rebound and is fouled. Sunderland gets the third for himself, the team's ninth. And now checking into the game will be number 15 for the Hawks. That's Sam Whitty. And obviously Sunderland going to sit for the rest of this first half with 3 fouls. Meanwhile, Pearson, no good on the first. Rebounded by Senst. Senst inside, gives on the near side. Banaszak for 3. He's going to go well long, and Betts able to reel that one in, much like just kind of fielding a punch. Meanwhile, take it to the basket. It's going to be no good, and we're going to get that one's going to be no good. Pearson tried to go for the putback dunk, but he missed, and he had to hang on the rim to not fall on anybody. And, well, because he hung on the rim a little bit too long, they have to call it a dead play. Meanwhile, here's the pass to Whitty. He has it stolen away by Betts. Betts gets his first steal, and there are under 20 seconds to go in the first half. Wildcats will more than likely look to take the final shot. Here's Underhill. He fakes the give, now trying to drive. He bullies the defender, and he drops it in for two. While maybe not the last shot of the half, he's still got a good one. Banaszak stops, gives out to Lundin on the far side. Here's the shot. It's going to be no good, and that will be it. So the first half finishes, and the Wildcats lead 38-23. And that will bring us to our halftime portion of the broadcast. Well, stay tuned. After word from our fine sponsors, we'll be back with our halftime show brought to you by Holmes Auto Body and Glass in Mora.
Did you know that at Pine City Family Chiropractic you can unwind and de-stress with a relaxing massage? Pine City Family Chiropractic is proud to offer massage therapy as an addition to your health and wellness goals. Our therapists are highly trained in many modalities from therapeutic to relaxing. Each of our therapists can customize your session to your specific needs. Call Pine City Family Chiropractic at 320-629-6717 to schedule your massage today.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall. ECE Fiber is built by your community for your community. Work, play, and stay connected to what matters most. We offer affordable home and business packages with no hidden fees and 24/7 support. ECE Fiber, easy to use, simple to set up. That's a cooperative difference. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's orderecefiber.com today.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take two.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 9. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
If you're gonna stop and fuel up, you might as well stop at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store. And if you need a little something for that party, right now save on Rice Krispie Sheet Treat, just $14.99. Sweet Chaos Drizzled Popcorn are just $2 for $8. Snack Time Frosted Pretzels only $5.99 each. Ghirardelli Milk Chocolate Snowmen are just $7.99. And Shirley Temple 7-Up 12-packs, 2 for $12. Fill up, load up, and save at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store today.
We're out here on the range today to remind you that high school trap season is almost upon us. And if you or your favorite shooter needs to get geared up, the place to go is Almost Yours Gun and Pawn. They've got the largest selection of new and used firearms, plenty of ammo for practice and competition. They've got archery gear, conceal and carry classes, and loading supplies. So if you're getting ready to head out on the range, make your first stop to Almost Yours Gun and Pawn. Whew, nice one.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. It's now time for our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime show. Hones Auto Body and Glass has over 44 years of experience getting vehicles back out on the road, plus those state-of-the-art facilities. Hones Auto Body and Glass, your place for collision and mechanical needs. Well, at the half, it is the Wildcats with the lead, 38-23 over Hermantown. Taking a look at the stat leaders for Hermantown, it was Corbin Petkoff with 9 points. And then you had 5 for Senst and Schultz, and then 4 for Sunderland. They had 7 steals and 9 team fouls. On the other side for the Wildcats, it was Cohen Underhill with 16 points, then Joe Cohenhoven with 15. 3 for Will Pearson, 2 for Alex Johnson, and Colton Betts. Cohenhoven led the team with 9 rebounds, 5 for Pearson. They also had 7 steals, but they had 2 blocks, 1 from Betts and 1 from Underhill, and they had 17 fouls. So again, the Wildcats offense has done its job, but the defense has also come to play here this evening, getting some big-time steals and blocks, and they quickly turn that into transition offense and go out and score in a hurry. So that has been a big key here tonight, is the defense turning into offense. Again, that's the transition side of things. So they've been doing a pretty good job of that here in this first half. They'll look to continue that into the second half. And there wasn't much that Chisago Lakes did that was bad or wrong. And so there's not much to really correct here into the second half. But the Wildcats, I'm sure, will look to tighten up things off defensively. There were a few plays offensively where there were a couple of shots that, I don't know, I thought they rushed just a little bit, that they didn't quite take their time to find the good shot, that it fell. So you'd like to see that. Again, it's hard to say you'd like to see that change because, you know, they've been getting a lot to fall and have been doing a lot of good. So it's tough to say that you'd like to change that. But I think as this game goes forward and as the defenses become stronger and stronger, or just play a little bit more physical, you're going to want to see those shots fall here in this game, and just for going forward too. But for Chisago Lakes, again, you know that things are going to be stepped up that much more here in the second half, because the loser of this game has their season come to an end, and neither team wants that to happen. So the Hawks are going to be coming. I don't want to say that they're going to play harder than they were in the first half. I think they're still going to play just as hard. But as the game goes along, they might start to play a little bit harder because, again, the season is on the line. Now, it is only a 15-point game, so you get Hermantown to go on a little bit of a run. That changes the story here in this second half. But I think the Wildcats have done plenty, and it will do plenty here in the second half to keep their distance and keep hold of this lead. Again, I really don't see much that they need to change. I think they just continue with what they've done in the first half. And you know, I think, again, fouls, they'd like to see those cut down. I think there were a few of them that were like, okay, you got a little bit out of position. You know, again, it's hard to tell guys, hey, if you're out of position, just let them go, because, well, you don't just want to let them go. Nobody just wants to let a player go to the basket or take the shot. But sometimes you have to, because you're going to take the foul. Now, no one's really in too much foul trouble. They've got 3 guys with 2 fouls, but no one's really in foul trouble here for either side. So I think you got that going for you. If you're, well, both sides have that going for them. But for Chisago Lakes, really nobody in foul trouble. Only had 7 team fouls in that first half, so they got that going for them as well. So really don't think there's much to change if you're Chisago Lakes. They're doing really well offensively. Defense has really shown out. There were a few drives where they did get caught a little bit flat-footed and a little bit behind the 8 ball, where the Hawks were able to get an open look from 3 and able to get it to fall. But other than that, there really hasn't been too much. Now, for the Wildcats, they haven't taken a ton of threes, and they also haven't made a ton. They've made 2, but they haven't also taken a ton. 1 3 so far in the first half for the Hawks. So I would look probably to the Hawks to probably try and take a few more shots from outside and try and open something up. And for the Wildcats, although I could see that happening, you're having so much success with getting the ball to the basket. I don't really see the need to try and shoot from outside too much. Now, obviously, if you got the open look, you take the open look and get the open bucket. But I think they've done such a good job of driving inside and being physical and being fearless at getting the ball to the basket that you've got Hermantown out of position a little bit, that you just need to continue to put that pressure on them and say, hey, we're going to make you stop it. And until you stop it, well, we're not going to stop running it. So I think that's what they are going to continue to do here in this second half. Again, not much that they need to change on either side of the ball. They played pretty well in this first half, so I don't think there's really much that they need to change. Again, just execution at this point will be one of the biggest keys. I think if they can execute as well as they have been here in the first half, that'll go a long ways in helping them get this victory. The winner of this one will go and face the winner of Grand Rapids and North Branch. And again, if North Branch is able to pull off the upset here this evening, Chisago Lakes, if they were to win tonight, would get to host that game against North Branch. But if it goes how the seedings see it going, Grand Rapids being the number 1 seed, North Branch the number 8, and Grand Rapids were to win, if Chisago Lakes wins tonight, they'd head up to Grand Rapids on Friday. That game will be at 6 p.m. So either way, Chisago Lakes just trying to make it on to the next round. Well, that is going to do it for our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime show. We're going to go ahead here, word from our fine sponsors, then we'll be back for the start of half number 2 here at Chisago Lakes.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Eat better, buy more, spend less is more than a slogan at Chris's Food Center. From fresh produce to top quality meats and prime rib dinner served every Friday night. Visit Chris's Food Center in Sandstone or check out their weekly deals at chrissfoodcenter.com.
The anytime for anyone that's got a little of everything for that special someone. Northern Bloom and Gifts in Sandstone. Northern Bloom carries handmade, one-of-a-kind gifts. And whether you want to pick up a bouquet of flowers on the way home or have them delivered to the ones you love, think Northern Bloom and Gifts in Sandstone.
Arrow Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Arrow Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Arrow Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Arrow Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. Start of the second half is here, and the Hawks will get the ball to start the Wildcats will get the ball to start the second half. Wildcats in their home green with the white letters and numbers outlined in that gold and the gold trim on the neck, sleeve, and bottom of the shorts with that Wildcat logo on each side of the shorts. Hermantown in their all white, the navy blue letters and numbers outlined in that gold, and the navy stripe down the side of the jersey and pants, and then the 2 gold stripes outlining it. A little bit of a darker gold than Chisago Lakes gold. Meanwhile, Wildcats in their offensive zone. Underneath here that's Johnson now to Cohenhoven. Cohenhoven on this near side going to drive, and he is fouled. And he's not too pleased with the foul. That is going to go against, I think they got sensed. His third, team's first here of the half. And Cohenhoven will shoot 2. And he continues to do really well. I'm not going to do the announcer's jinx. I'm not going to say it, so I'm waiting. Meanwhile, this was good. So He is perfect from the free throw line here tonight. 6 of 6. Whoops, and then I forget how to add. 40-23 is our score. Hermantown with the ball now offensively. Sunderland with it. He gives on the far side there to Lundeen. Lundeen pulls it down, and now he gives on this near side back to Sunderland. Sunderland will try and drive. He's got the lane there, then kicks outside to Schultz. Schultz, he'll try and drive inside now, and now kick back to Sunderland. Sunderland, there's just been nothing inside. Even when they have a lane, it closes quickly. Betts being a brick house, they're not allowing Sunderland an open shot. Now give to Lundeen for 3. That's going to be off the mark. Oh, what a grab there for the rebound. And he will put it in for 2. Petkoff got his own rebound after he missed, and then drops it in for 2, 40-25. A little bit of full court press here being shown by Hermantown, and they'll back out real quickly as Beaver will bring the ball up the court. Beaver looks to one side, now to his far side to Betts. Betts will look. He goes underneath to Cohenhoven. Cohenhoven back outside on the far side. Underhill, he'll drive inside. He puts up the shot. It's good for 2. And Underhill, I think there's an argument made that there could have been a foul. There was a lot of contact on Underhill, but no foul was called. Meanwhile, here's Sunderland with it for Hermantown. He'll put it up over Betts. That's going to be no good. Beaver is going to get the rebound. That's a strong rebound in traffic there for Beaver. And now Underhill to Betts, and Betts drops it in for 2. Really good movement of the ball there. Good pace to that possession, and really easy there for Underhill and Betts. Meanwhile, now Lundeen going to try and drive on Beaver. Lundeen, nothing there, so he kicks it back out now to Petkoff. Petkoff looking. He'll take a 3. It's blocked by Cohenhoven and stolen away. Now up the court, trying to go to Underhill, and it's just a little too far out in front. So it will go out of bounds, and the ball will go back to Hermantown. Underhill and looks at his teammate, shakes it off, goes, hey, we're good. Don't worry about it. Let's go back and do it again. Defense is, again, coming to life here in this second half, and they are making their presence known. Meanwhile, the pass goes from Sunderland. It bounces somehow to Schultz, and now inside they give to Senst, and Senst will drop it in for 2. 27 points now for the Hawks, but it's 44-27. Wildcats still lead. Here's Beaver on this near side. He looks, he'll give over to Betts, and Betts now in the corner on the far side to Underhill, underneath to Cohenhoven. Tries to go quickly to Johnson, is poked and stolen away. It'll be Sunderland who gets the steal. He quickly goes up to Schultz. Now on this near side to Petkoff. Petkoff will drive the baseline, reverse layup is good for 2. And all of a sudden, the Hawks have found a little success defensively and have turned some turnovers into points. 2 possessions in a row, they've gotten a turnover and turned it into points, so that's now 4 points in a row for the Hawks, 44-29. Beaver with it, trying to go inside to Cohenhoven. That was a risky pass, but kick out to Betts for 3. That's going to be off the mark and rebounded there by Sunderland. Sunderland, he'll bring it forward, trying to get around Betts, but Betts, great defense, not fooled by the start and stop. Meanwhile, here's Petkoff. He gives to, good grief, Senst. He puts up a shot. It's going to be taken away by Underhill. Give on the far side from Underhill to Betts, and Betts again drops it in for 2. That's the second time they've had that play where Underhill drives it almost all the way, then kicks on the opposite side to Betts, and Betts kind of floating through the air, gets it while he's in the air and kisses it off the glass. Meanwhile, here's Sunderland. Sunderland trying to put up a shot. He kisses it high off the glass. That's going to be no good. Sense gets the rebound, and he'll get the and 1. That'll make it 46-31. And the foul there on Alex Johnson. His 3rd, team's first of the half. He goes out. Senski checks in. Remember, Senski picked up 2 quick fouls last time he was in. So he's a better defender than that, though. So I think he just got out of position and tried to force things the last time. Senst makes it a 3-point play. And it's 46-32. Here comes Beaver. He calls out the play for the offense, and he'll look, give over to Betts. Betts trying to go underneath to Senski, but there's nothing there. Underhill will now try and drive. He kicks back out to Beaver, and Beaver will kind of just reset. Now to Betts on this near side, underneath to Senski. Sensi to Cohenhoven. Cohenhoven wide open in the corner for 3. Oh, it rattles out. Going to be knocked out of bounds. That will be Chisago Lake's ball. Hermantown not happy with the call, but that is pretty clearly and safely Wildcat ball, as Hermantown last touched it. Beaver will inbound to Cohenhoven, and he drops it in for 2. 48-32 now. Meanwhile, on this near side, it's Schultz with it, and Petkoff backs down the defender, drops it in for 2. 48-34. Beaver brings this one up the court, calls out the play once again. Looks to Sensky. Sensky will pull this one in, gives out to Betts, now back to Beaver. Beaver will drive, nothing there, so he'll give over to Betts again, trying to go to Underhill. Underhill gives underneath to Sensky. Sensky, that one back. The floater will not get the friendly bounce, and Cohenhoven misses short on that one. Misses short again, 2 rebounds, and he's finally fouled. He has 11 rebounds, but you would have liked to have seen him there get the shot to fall after the first one, but he still got it. Meanwhile, 3rd foul there on Lundin, 2nd of the half for Hermantown, and Cohenhoven will shoot 2. Again, you're okay with that because Cohenhoven did get both of his rebounds, but if you're Coach Tahar, I'm sure you're sitting there going, we need to make those on the first attempt. Meanwhile, Cohenhoven misses his first. Storley checks in for Beaver. But again, you're okay with it because he still drew the foul, so it's not a huge deal. And Cohenhoven is good on that one. So 1 of 2. That'll make it 49-34. We get a timeout called here by the Wildcats. While they take one, we will as well.
How do you want to be celebrated? A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone. Or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
Well, we're back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBK. 49-34 is the lead for the Wildcats. Chisago Lake's trying to advance to the semifinals where they play the winner of North Branch and Grand Rapids. Try and get you an update on that game here as soon as we can. Meanwhile, will be Hermantown ball. Coming out of the timeout, Hermantown will bring this one forward. Meanwhile, looks like Grand Rapids leads at half, 40-16 over North Branch. So looks like Grand Rapids could be on their way to a win. But meanwhile, here this one's going to be stolen away. Betts with the steal. He's going to take it the distance, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the line and shoot 2. That is a new young man in there for Hermantown. That is number 34, Neo Carlson. So Carlson into the game. He comes in for Sense because it looks like he's dealing with a little bit of trouble there with his possible lower leg injury. Meanwhile, this one is up and no good by Betts. 49-34. And this one's good. So Betts 1 of 2 there. It's 50-34. And Lundin, he has it. He gives over to Sundlund. Sundlund now to Petkoff. Petkoff trying to drive on Underhill. That one's going to be stolen away by Storley. Storley, his second steal. He looks, he'll bring it up, and the offense will now get set. Nothing doing right now. Now he drives and kicks this one over to Sensky. Sensky inside. Now to Cohenhoven. Cohenhoven. Underhill. No, excuse me, that's Betts. And Betts to the basket for 2. 52-34. Right, here comes Sundlund. Sundlund with the drive. Shot no good, but he draws the foul. That one is going to go on Betts. That'll be his first. And Sunderland will shoot 2. First one, ooh, got a friendly couple bounces there. That'll make it 52-35. Well, they have it 53. I always go with what the scoreboard says in the gym because I'm usually off by, well, they have it, I think they have it backwards. They have it 53-34 as he makes that one. So if he made them both, that should be 53-35, yeah. Oh, 36, okay. So I think it is 52-36, or 5. At least I thought it should be. So they're going to get this fixed. There we go. 52. Yeah, there's a little bit of going to be a conversation as to what the score should be. I think it should be 52-35. We got a little bit confused there on the scoreboard. Going to change the time, going to change the clock. It's 52, yep, okay. So 52-36. Okay. So everything's sorted out now. Inbound will go to the backcourt for Beaver as we get everything situated and back to action. Storley now with it. He's on this elbow. Gives to Conehoven at the top of the key. Underneath to Sensky. Sensky pulls it in and drops it for 2. 54-36. Meanwhile, here's Sunderland. Sunderland trying to drive on Storley. There is just nothing there. Great defense, and now Leadholm with defense on Banaszak. Meanwhile, this ball is going to be up for grabs. Diving on top of it is Carlson. He lost it again, and it will stay with the Hawks. They're going to say last touch by Chisago Lakes. Meanwhile, here is a substitution for the Hawks. And Sunderland, he gets the inbound. He'll try and drive, and he draws the foul. So he'll go, no, I don't think this should be on the floor, right? He'll call this one on Beaver, his first, team's third of the second half. So Hermantown will inbound. They lob it in now to Petkoff. Petkoff over there to Lundin. Lundin to Schultz. Schultz now to Petkoff once again. Petkoff give here to Sunderland. Sunderland inside, drives, shot is up. And good, and he'll get an and one. So 38-54. That foul called on Sensky, his third, team's fourth. And Sunderland trying to make it a three-point play. That one's going to be no good. Rebounded there by Jack Storley. And Storley quickly up the court. He gives on the far side to Beaver. Beaver looked inside. There was just no opening there for Pearson. So now he'll get back to Storley. Now to Conehoven. He's going to try and bully his way inside. Shot is up and good. Conehoven just bullying his way to the basket. 56-38. 10.5 left in the half. Shot is up, no good. Rebound there was taken in by the Hawks. Banaszak, and then it was knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Wildcats. So that was real close, but it will be Hawks ball. Petkoff will get the inbound on the far side, guarded by Pearson. Pearson, good defense there. Now he'll give to Schultz. Schultz out to Sunderland. Sunderland has drawn a couple of fouls last couple times he's drove to the basket, and now he'll give a screen for Petkoff for three. That's going to be no good, and the rebound there to Luke Leadholm. And he'll hand it over to Conehoven, who will bring it forward. He now looks to Beaver. Beaver pulls in this pass at the top of the key. Now to Pearson. Pearson over to Underhill. Underhill underneath to Beaver. Wanted to go to Leadholm, and it's going to be stolen away. I think that's Sunderland. Sunderland underneath pass to Petkoff, and Petkoff drops it in for two. That makes it 56-40. And Hermantown, again, got a little bit of something going defensively. And they've turned that into some offense. Beaver, kick outside, lead home for three. It's going to be no good. Konoven thought it was good, so he started to go back on defense. But then he realized it missed him. But Banaszak gets it for Hermantown on the rebound. Now a three here from Schultz. Oh, boy, that is good. And all of a sudden, the tide is starting to turn. Inbound to Beaver. Beaver gets around one defender. Now brings it forward, and he'll stop and put on the brakes and reset the offense. Well, more or less set the offense, not reset. Here's lead home. Pass to Konoven is stolen away, and Lundin with the steal and two. Oh, my goodness. Whoa. Here comes Lead home all the way to the basket. Tried to drive inside. We're going to get a timeout called here by Chisago Lakes. And Hermantown trying to argue that it was a travel, but the timeout was called before the travel. So, timeout by Chisago Lakes. We'll take one as well.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air-conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Lightforce braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
Out of the timeout, a quick shot here from Betts is going to miss, and Hermantown gets the rebound with Sensed. Now the drive to the basket, but they're going to get a travel call. No, offensive foul. That one is going to go against Schultz. Schultz will pick up his second, team's fourth. And Beaver will try and inbound. There's just too good defense, so he has to wait, and Konoven will settle in, and he'll get it to him, and now he gives back to Beaver, and he'll bring it forward. Past the timeline in plenty of time. Beaver will drive, takes it quickly inside, then gave it out to Betts. Betts with the drive to the basket. Had it knocked out of bounds there by Schultz. Schultz with the block. Good block there, not to get any of the body. So Beaver will inbound. Underneath to Betts. Betts kick outside to Underhill. Underhill, he stops, starts, and drives to the basket. Lays it in for two. 58-45. But here come the Hawks quickly up the court. Give there to Petkoff. Petkoff underneath here to Sensed. Sensed, he'll turn around, put up through some contact. That shot is going to be no good. Sensed gets his own rebound and then drops it back in for two. 58-47. Betts to the basket, draws the foul, and could not get that one to fall. So he'll shoot two. That foul, I believe, going to go on Sensed, which would be his fourth. It is. So there was a quick conversation as to who was going to go on, and it is on Sensed. Meanwhile, Betts will shoot two. The first one, no good. And that one is good. So Betts at 1 of 2 there at the free throw line, 59-47, with 7:40 to go in the game. This still close enough to where this could go either way. Meanwhile, here's Beaver with the defense. Give now to Sensed from Lundin. Sensed will fake the handoff. Going to try and drive inside the spin move. Nice spin move by the big man. Shot is no good. And then a late whistle for a foul. Not really much argument from Coach Terhar, so seems like a pretty good call. Alex Johnson will pick up his fourth. And Sensed will shoot two. It's only a 12-point game, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, Sensed no good on that one. Sensky will sub in for Alex Johnson. And Sensed going to be no good on that one. Cohenhoven with the rebound for the Wildcats. He cuts it across before crossing the timeline. And now he'll give to Underhill. And Underhill to the basket again, lays in for two. He just makes it look so easy. He's so nonchalant about it. He glides, really, he does. Meanwhile, here's a shot from Petkoff underneath the basket. That's going to be no good, and Betts will get the rebound. He'll get it past the timeline now. He'll get a screen from Underhill. Underhill will go back to Sensky. Sensky back to Betts. Betts with a screen. Lob inside to Sensky. Sensky can't get this one up in time. And Lundin will get the rebound. Well, he got it off, but just not cleanly. Meanwhile, now give to Schultz, now to Petkoff on this near side. Banaszak for three. That's his first points, and we're at 61-50. So here comes Beaver with a screen from Sensky. They wanted to go back to him on the cut to the basket. There was just nothing there. Now to Underhill to Cohenhoven. Over to Betts. And Betts, the screen from Underhill. He stands at the top of the key looking for a three. Instead, he'll drive to the basket. That one going to be tipped. Maybe not. It's just going to be a rebound by Lundin, so he was just a little too strong on that layup. Schultz with it now. He'll give back to Lundin. 11 points is the difference, still with 6 minutes to go. Petkoff over to Schultz. Schultz, he'll take the three. No good. Rebounded by Underhill as that one went right to him. And Beaver will slow it down. They get the call from Coach DeHar, and he brings it forward. Now over to Sensky. Sensky gives to Underhill, and a nice cutting drive to the basket by Cohenhoven, and a good find by Underhill. And they connect for two. And now here's Schultz. Schultz will drive. Cohenhoven has to give a little ground because he was just out of position. That shot no good. Beaver with the rebound. Beaver quickly up the court. He waits for the offense to get set. Now give to Betts. And he looked to Cohenhoven. There was just not quite where he wanted to go at that point. So he'll take it to Cohenhoven. He'll fake the give. Now he'll drive underneath the basket. Give to Betts for three in the far side corner. That's going to be no good. Schultz will grab the rebound. And here's Lundin for Hermantown. We're going to get a timeout here called by Hermantown. And while they take one, we will as well. Back after word from our fine sponsors.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
When Minnesota winter hits hard, you want a heating expert who gets central Minnesota. That's Dale's Heating and Appliance, your hometown pros for furnaces, repairs, and smart upgrades that keep your home warm without burning cash. Locally owned, trusted for decades. Fast, honest service from people who live where you live. Stay warm, Minnesota. Dale's Heating and Appliance, the local heating experts who've got you covered. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com to set up your consultation today.
Back here on KBEK, nice 95.5 FM. Game day Gilman out at Chisago Lakes High School for the quarterfinals of Section 7-3A playoff basketball. The Wildcats hosting the Hermantown Hawks as we are 5 minutes left in the game. Wildcats lead by 13 on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Be sure to stay tuned after the game wraps up for our Pizza Pub of Pine City post-game show right here on KBEK. Sunland, he has it into the game. And now he gives to Petkoff, and Petkoff draws the foul, and he'll go to the line and shoot two. Foul here on Underhill, his first. Team's sixth. Petkoff good on the first. 63-51. And Petkoff, no good on that one. So 1 of 2 there as it's rebounded by Cohenhoven, and he'll hand it off to Betts. Betts will look at the defender, then start to drive, and now give to Cohenhoven. Cohenhoven underneath to Underhill. Underhill shot, I think it got a hand on it, did Sensed. And now Underhill gets it back after the rebound by Sensky. And this is going to go out of bounds after Sensky tries to get another rebound after the Underhill miss. But it was not to be saved, and it will be Hermantown with it. Sunderland with it. Schultz back to Sunderland. Sunderland, he wanted that quick 3, so instead he drives because the defense is just too good there. We got a couple of people who got tied up. Schultz is going to drop it in for 3, and it's 63-54. Well, they call that a 2. So I guess it was a 2. It's 63-53. Meanwhile, to the basket, driving is Cohenhoven. His shot no good, but he's fouled, so he'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one going to go against Petkoff, his first, and the Hawks 6th as a team. Cohenhoven got that one to fall. 64-53. And that one by Cohenhoven is good as well. So he goes 2 of 2 to make it 65-53. And here's Sunderland. Sunderland fakes his drive, then he gets a screen from Sensed. And now he takes it to the basket, and he gets that one to fall. 65-55 with 3:40 to go in the game. Only a 10-point difference now. At one point, Chisago Lakes was up by nearly 20. Meanwhile, Betts has it on the far side. He gives to Cohenhoven. Cohenhoven backs it out to Betts. Now to Sensky. Sensky on the near side gives to Storley. Storley hands off to Cohenhoven. Cohenhoven will drive to the basket. Drops it in for 2. Little runner there is good. 67-55. Sunderland trying to drive on Betts. Betts, too good a defense there, so now Sunderland looking for someone to go to. Banaszak out to Schultz. Now a 3 from Lundin is good. That makes it 67-58. Quickly up the court comes Cohenhoven. Cohenhoven going to try and change the pace here. He drives, got it to fall. Oh, they're going to call it a shooting foul. They're going to say the basket counts. Foul that time is on Banaszak, his first, team 7th. So the shot counts, or I should say the bucket counts. And now Cohenhoven will try and make it a 3-point play. And that one's good. It's a 3-point play to make it 70-58. And now back to a double-digit lead. That one nearly stolen away by Underhill. It's still up for grabs, and Betts dives on top of it, jump ball, but the possession arrow points the way of Hermantown. Great job there by Betts, and Underhill nearly getting the steal. Betts doing a good job just jumping on it to force the jump ball, but now the possession arrow will switch and point the way of the Wildcats, so possibly the next jump ball. Sensed will inbound to Schultz. Schultz gives inside to Sensed. Sensed, patient, drive to the basket, shot no good. Sensky with the rebound. Now to Beaver. Beaver has it poked out, and Underhill will wind up getting it on the roll. To the basket, he's fouled, and he'll go and shoot 2. We're going to get this one on Sensed. That'll be his 5th, and unfortunately he will foul out. So now Underhill will shoot 2. Both teams getting a conversation in their own huddles. Not quite sure if it was a timeout or what. So they do have to substitute Sensed out. Banaszak will check in. So both teams got their own conversations with each other. Not quite sure. There was no timeout call unless you're allowed to have a short conversation with a substitution. That could be the case too. Meanwhile, that one going to be no good by Underhill. And that one gets the friendly bounce. So he makes the second, 71-58. Sunderland, he's driving, kick on this near side now to Lundeen. Lundeen going to drive inside, shot is up and good. They're going to call a foul here on Betts. 71-60. Betts picks up his second, team's 7th. At the line, Lundeen will try and make it a 3-point play for Hermantown and make it a 10-point game once again. 2:15 left in the game. And Lundeen cannot get that one to fall. And it was rebounded by Betts. Now we're going to get a jump ball, and it's tied up. Possession arrow points away of the Wildcats. 71-60, Wildcats still with the advantage, but trying to finish this one off. Beaver gets the inbound from Cohenhoven, and he gives it back to Cohenhoven. Cohenhoven will use his speed, get by one defender. He'll drive inside, put up the shot. Oh, and the layup couldn't go. Senski was there to try and get the putback. Senski's going to get it back. Cohenhoven again. It was blocked by Petkoff, and Cohenhoven got it back. Underhill underneath. He is fouled. He'll go and shoot two. Man, oh, man. What a possession there for Chisago Lakes. They had a couple of blocks. They got it back, and just great concentration to keep it in their possession. Meanwhile, this foul by Sunderland, his 4th, and Cohen Underhill will shoot 2. First one's up and good. Well, now these free throws mean so much at this point in the game because you're just continuing to extend your lead, but putting them in foul trouble here as well, but that's going to be no good. So 1 of 2 makes it 72, or keeps it 72-60 as it was rebounded by Petkoff. This 3 going to be no good. Cohenhoven will get the rebound. He's piled up the points and the rebounds here this evening as Cohenhoven will get fouled there by Lundeen, I believe. Yes, his 4th, team's 10th, and now Cohenhoven will shoot 2, and this will pretty much be the motive for Hermantown. They'll have to foul quickly and send Chisago Lakes to the line to shoot and just have to, for Hermantown, hope that they miss. But Cohenhoven makes the first. And that one good by Cohenhoven as well. 74-60 now. Here's Banaszak. He gives to Petkoff. Petkoff outside Lundeen. 3 good. Ooh, that's good. So they will not go away just yet. 74-63 is the score, and we'll go and take a timeout.
Stay connected with ECE Fiber. Get fast, reliable internet for your work from home needs. No more lag during virtual meetings. Manage your account easily with the ECE Fiber mobile app. ECE Fiber, simple, local, reliable. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's ORDERECEFIBER.com.
And so as I don't get a copyright strike on this YouTube channel trying to talk over the music, got a few copyright strikes because of the music that gets blasted in the gymnasium. I can't blame them. It's just, the thing that we broadcast through, the thing that you're listening on, not the radio, the other thing. If you're watching it on your phone, you know what I'm talking about. Well, I guess listening on your phone, you know what I'm talking about. You get what I mean. 74-63. Inbound here for the Wildcats goes to Betts. Betts will give all the way across here to Beaver. Beaver will stop, pick it up, and give it back to Betts, and now they'll get it up the court in time to Underhill. Underhill to Cohenhoven. Cohenhoven, who is fouled, he'll go and shoot 2 on the attempted steal there from Schultz. So Schultz will pick up his 3rd. Cohenhoven just trying to add on to the lead now, as that one's good. 75-63. Still a minute 14 to go. He drops that one in as well. Been really good from the free throw line tonight. 76-63. Again, still just over a minute to go. Lundin, a long three. Oh, it was there and just rattles out. And Cohenhoven gets a rebound. And he'll give it off to Betts. Betts now in the front court. Give on this near side. Underhill. Underhill is fouled. He'll go and shoot two. I think that was Banaszak who picks up the foul. Yes, and it'll be his second. So Underhill will now shoot two. And again, at this point, they're just trying to put this game away. Underhill, good. 77-63. They've shot a lot of free throws here tonight. Talk about that in our Pizza Pub Pine City postgame show. Meanwhile, Underhill, no good on that one. Cohenhoven gets the rebound. And we get another foul here. This is going to go against Sunderland, and unfortunately, he will foul out. And at the line to shoot two is Betts. In the game now is Sam Whitty. And Betts makes the first. 78-63. And Betts is good on both. 79-63. Here comes Banaszak. He'll try and make it quick. Too long there. Schultz trying to get back to Banaszak. They're just taking way too much time on this possession. Lundin, he fakes it. He'll drive inside. He's fouled. Not what you want. And fouls on the floor. It'll be a 1-and-1 here. And this foul is called on. That'll be Colton Beaver, his second. Team's eighth. Meanwhile, Lundin will shoot the 1-and-1. It's no good. Rebounded there by Cohenhoven. And he will be fouled once again. Well, that's all Hermantown has the opportunity to do, but they have done such a good job at the free throw line here. It is, at this point for Chisago Lakes, it's just adding on to the lead. This game is wrapped up at this point. Cohenhoven, good on that one. 80-63. And that one's good as well. Again, good from the free throw line, 81-63. That ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Chisago Lakes, so Hermantown will hold on to it. 30 seconds to go in the game, and the Wildcats are moving on to potentially play, again, soon Grand Rapids if they hold on to that lead. Meanwhile, here is Petkoff with a three, and he gets that one to fall. Nice job. 81-66, and Beaver will inbound to Cohenhoven, Cohenhoven, he will be fouled again, and he'll go to the line and shoot two. That foul is going to go against Petkoff, his second. And again, Cohenhoven at the line to shoot two. This one's good. 82-66. That one's good as well. He just continues to be golden from that free throw line here. And no fouls here. Coach Johar saying, hey, keep your hands up. Oh, nice three there from Lundin, but too little, too late. 83-69, and get another foul here. Beaver now going to go to the line and shoot two, as he will try and get his first points of the game. This foul going to go against Lundin, his fifth. So he'll foul out. That's now three guys who have fouled out, sadly, for the Hawks. And we're going to bring in number 33 here at the end of the game. That's going to be Mason Jobin. And now checking in will be number 11, Graham Perala. Beaver, no good on that one. And Beaver, no good on that one. Rebounded here by Petkoff, and this will be it. And that will be no good. And the Wildcats are moving on with an 83-69 victory over the Hermantown Hawks. Well, that's going to do it here for this one. Stay tuned for our post-game show brought to you by Pizza Pub of Pine City. But first, a word from our fine sponsors here on KBEK.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Hey, Mark, I spent about $3,500 on heating this last winter.
Whoa, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Here at Pine City Family Chiropractic, we want to help you feel your best every day by offering a variety of services to help you recover from an injury, perform your best at sports, or just to help you unwind after a long work week. Let our team of highly trained chiropractors, massage therapists, and acupuncturists help you rest, recover, and restore your physical and mental well-being. Call us today at 320-629-6717 to schedule your next wellness day.
If you're gonna stop and fuel up, you might as well stop at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store. And if you need a little something for that party, right now save on Pepsi 12 packs are 2 for $16. Firewood bundles get 3 for $26. Mix and match breakfast and lunch sandwiches are just 2 for $6. And don't forget, Food Network's Guy Fieri's Flavortown menu line, burritos, sandwiches, and churros. Fill up, load up, and save at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store today.
When it comes to yours or your loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are many options. Find guidance from the professionals at Methvin Funeral and Cremation Services. Church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, a ceremony in a park, or even cremation. Methvin has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Sandstone, and Isle, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com, serving our community since 1912.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Looking for bingo with a bang? Saturday, March 28th, 2 p.m. Gun Bingo at Doc Sports Bar and Grill in Sturgeon Lake. You get a chance to win firearms instead of cash. Yep, shotguns, rifles, pistols. Bingo! It's all for a great cause, supporting the East Central Spurs, a local chapter of Pheasants Forever. Great food, great fun, and prizes with a bang. Make a day of it. Visit DocSportsBarSturgeon.com to pre-register. Gun Bingo! Saturday, March 28th, Doc's in Sturgeon Lake.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK, the Wildcats beat the Hermantown Hawks 83-70 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Taking a look at the stat leaders here in this one for the Hawks. Leading the way was Corbin Petkoff with 21, Lundeen with 13, 12 for Sense, 10 for Sunderland, 11, don't want to forget Schultz, and 3 for Banaszak. They had 10 steals, 3 blocks, and 23 team fouls. On the other side for the Wildcats, a big night for Cohenhoven. He had 39 points to lead the team, 25 for Underhill, 12 for Betts, and then 3 for Pearson, 2 for Johnson and Sensky. Cohenhoven also had 17 rebounds to lead the team. They also had 10 team steals, also had 3 team blocks, but only had 15 team fouls. So good win here for the Wildcats this evening as they get the victory over the Hermantown Hawks, and they will now move on and play on Friday against the winner of Grand Rapids and North Branch. We'll go ahead and see if we can't get a final from that one over there. But while we do, just a big win here for the Wildcats. They were able to get Hermantown into a little bit of foul trouble, and then they were just kind of able to take advantage of that. And once they did that, they were able to pull away, and it looks like they will play up at Grand Rapids on Friday at 6 p.m. Grand Rapids beat North Branch 75-39. So Chisago Lakes is headed and playing on Friday up at Grand Rapids in the section semifinal game. So they will try and get some revenge on Grand Rapids, falling to them this season. So get you that update. But, yeah, what a good game here for Chisago Lakes. It wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but they did a really good job of just getting the shots to fall where they needed them. And the free throws, my goodness, did they shoot a ton of free throws here this afternoon. And Cohenhoven, he only missed one of his free throws here tonight. Out of all of them that he took, my goodness, he took plenty. Counted them up 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. He was 17 of 18 from the free throw line. That means 17 of his 39 points came from the free throw line, from the charity stripe. So what a great performance at the free throw line there from Cohenhoven. I mentioned 18 he took. Total they took, let's see, 21, 2, 3, 4, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 33, 34, 35 free throws here this evening. And they were about 50% with everyone combined, but it was Cohenhoven, again, 17 of 18 from the free throw line here this evening. Really helped them to keep and hold on to this lead. And again, when you can be that successful with one person from the free throw line, it is hard to beat. And that was the difference. I mean, you look at the difference on the scoreboard, 13 points, man. He got 17 of his 18 free throws to fall. I don't know if I've ever seen a player that hot from the free throw line. He was just feeling it tonight. He took 1 3 and made it. All the rest were driving inside or free throws, and just what a good night for him. And then Underhill also came to life here in both halves. He had 16 in the first half, 9 here in the second, but still a really good half for him, making some easy layups where he needed to. And you'd be surprised at sometimes how tough those simple layups can be, especially in a playoff game like this. Sometimes it can get to you, especially with how physical it got here at some points in this game. But he did a good job at connecting on those. Senski got a couple points here in this one, but I was just really impressed defensively that they played really soundly. And now, again, they were able to back off a little bit. But give credit to Hermantown. They did not give up here in this one. They continued to fight to the very end. And at one point, they had it under double digits, their deficit, and it was like, okay, what's going to happen? And I was really impressed with the response from Chisago Lakes when Hermantown got that lead under double digits, and it was like, okay, what is going to be the response from Chisago Lakes? And their response was great. They didn't panic. They kept playing their game and their style of basketball and just continued to stay strong in what they did, and it worked out for them in the end as they get the 83-70 victory. What a win for the Wildcats. Again, they'll play on Friday at Grand Rapids in the Section 7-3A semifinal game. I want to thank all of you who tuned in here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you tuning in, our loyal listeners here this evening. Appreciate you all so much. Also want to give a huge shout out to our fine sponsors who allow us to come out here as well as you. But our fine sponsors allow us to bring you this game for free. So a huge shout out to all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast. How you can stay up to date with local sports? Well, you can go ahead and like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. That way, every time we go live with a local sporting event, you'll get the notification. All you have to do is click it, and it will take you right to the live video. Audio only, though, for playoffs. So if you're looking and you're like, hey, why is it no video in the playoffs? Well, it's no video for the playoffs, audio only. Another way you can stay tuned to our local sports is on the morning show with Adam Hefty on this very station at 7:30 and 8:30. That's when him and I will talk local sports, and we'll talk some regional and national sports as well on there. We'll talk about games that happened the night before, games coming up that day, and that and all more. We'll dive a little bit deeper into local sports and games as well. And then also on our website, kbk.com, go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. That will show you all the links for the games that we have coming up for that week of play. Also on our website, we'll have interviews with coaches and players, as well as articles from games that we've been at, so you can read them from kind of our point of view. Another way to stay tuned is our social medias, of course, our Facebook and Instagram for KBEK, and then our X or Twitter at Q Media Sports for all things local sports, breaking sports news, LOI signings by players, broken records, games that are coming up, coaches retiring, coaches being hired, all that, interviews and all that, and much, much more. So be sure to stay up to date on our social medias, like, follow, subscribe, do whatever it is that you got to do to stay up to date with all things local sports on our social medias, on our website, and on this YouTube channel. Again, the Wildcats get the victory over the Hermantown Hawks here tonight, 83-70. They'll play on Friday over at Grand Rapids at 6 p.m. in the section semifinal. If they were to win that one, then they would play again next week on the 12th, which is next Thursday at Duluth East for the section championship. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Appreciate you all. And again, for Nice 95.5, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through. Your kindness can truly make their day. As a Christian man myself, I'm commanded by God to love everybody. Love thy neighbor, love thine enemy. And we certainly need more of that in the world today. The final once more, 83-70, Wildcats over the Hawks. For KBK, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night.
At First National Bank of Malacca, with offices in Malacca, Isle, Gilman, and Zimmerman, they pride themselves on providing small-town, personalized customer service with updated technology solutions that allow you to bank with them anytime, anywhere, whether you value calling or stopping in to talk to a real live banker, or value the convenience of online or mobile banking. They've got you covered. If you're looking for a bank that cares about you or your community, come to First National Bank at one of their 4 branch offices. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
That concludes our broadcast from KBEK Sports, a Q Media Group radio station, and brought to you in part by local advertisers. For high school sports schedules, scores, and interviews, visit KBEK.com. Catch more local live action all season long, right here on this local radio station, or the Nice 95.5 mobile app, available for free download in the App Store, and multiple Q Media Group YouTube streams. Thank you for joining us. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. Nice 95.5 is KBEK FM, Mora.